am examining the contributions of Harry Belafonte to people around the world. I must admit, I had never heard of Mr. Belafonte before working on this story. I found out that he was a civil rights activist and a close friend of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They worked side by side in the struggle for equal rights for African Americans during the 1960s.
Perhaps the most difficult hurdle of all the hurdles we had to go over to achieve what we were achieving. You are tampering with the economic life and blood of America. You're tampering with the banks. You're tampering with money. And for that, America could express its most powerful and its most cruel design for what it would do to any of us who dared to dismantle the traditional way in which the allotment of this country's riches were being distributed.
Life is not just about money. Life is not just about how much you can amass. As a matter of fact, life is least about that in many ways. I mean, the real essences of life.
Harry Belafonte is an inspiration for an entire generation of people from the viewpoint of culture, inspiring not only arts and the idea of change, but how one maintains dignity in the face of all of these changes. My mom's a huge fan, so I grew up around, I have Harry Belafonte records and so on, so I'm a huge fan.
A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana.
Belafonte continues to fight for people all over the world who face inequality and oppression. For example, he supported Nelson Mandela in his fight for one man, one vote in South Africa in the 1970s and 80s.
Lolilala Nelson Mandela, through the guidance of his political genius and the compelling force of his moral authority, he transformed his nation from a cruel, oppressive state into one of the most advanced democracies humankind has ever known.
In 1987, Belafonte was appointed as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, allowing him to travel around the world calling attention to the poor, hungry, and disenfranchised. Today, Belafonte still fights to stamp out injustice wherever he finds it. He has not lost his passion.
Let us resolve, let us make this rule for ourselves. No one shall any longer make profit from our oppression. If we can stop the profit machine, we can change the game. Let each and every one of us be responsible for stopping the machine. Let's stop the machine.
Cierra Garvin, reporting from the Harlem Renaissance High School.